you doing, T?
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Good to see you again.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
All right.
Everybody gets hugged. So you know what happens when you give a hug?
You feel
What?
Your white corpuscles go up through the roof. The white blood cells.
Really?
That helps fight your immunity. Every time you get a hug.
Look at that.
Every time I get sick now, I'm finna just hug all day.
Sign in here.
Yeah, everybody else too. Oh, there she is.
Just got a knock.
Sherry Good, this is LARUSSEL'S.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Young man, come on in.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too.
Wow.
Hello. Hi, how are you? And you are?
Tieta.
Tieta?
Yep.
David?
I've never been in this room my whole
High school experience?
Have a seat. Would you guys like a quick tour of the studio first?
Nah. Said your shit gonna die on 1%.
Oh, you could just leave it.
This is Vallejo, Flower Counties, and whoever else wants to watch it.
What channel is this?
He's the mess. So this is the directing board and home cards. And this is what's currently on television. It's being broadcast out. We're on channel 27. I'm going to be opening up an educational channel on 26 once the city gives us the funding for the equipment. And I'll tell you about that later.
So
if there's a
y'all
problem
are
with
operating that channel from here.
We
All
broadcast
day
out
programming.
24 hours, 7 days a week, just like regular television.
Wow.
And it's been here 25 years.
Yeah, I went to school here and never been in this room.
Really? A lot of people, unless you're taking Media Academy or,
Right.
become a member. And but every year I'm out there, parent night up front. Hey, cameras the whole 9 yards. This is what we do.
Wow.
So, yeah. It's unfortunate you didn't get a chance to peek at it. So this is our studio. And
Whoa.
we, again, waiting on the city to, our cameras are fine. Those are Black Magic cameras and they do an excellent job.
Yeah.
But what we want to do is upgrade the studio. All this backs, the sets and stuff I normally do. I have a background in theater and art. But I want a professional set. I mean, you can do this. This is pretty much I can take on the road, take down, move over. It's smoke and mirrors. So what we would like to do is replace these LED lights because they're insanely hot. With
LEDs,
with
yeah,
LEDs,
these are
yeah,
old
and then
cans.
repurpose them, yes.
Yeah.
Again, and create a area for green screening. And so we have a set that I have in mind that we've been researching. And it's kind of like if you go on NBC, CBS, any of the stations that have a background set and has built-in green screens, a whole 9 yards. So once we get that going, we'll be able to, once we get the equipment going, we'll be able to open back up thoroughly. Right now, because our equipment to broadcast out with the exception of the bulletin board, which is what you see right now on television, it's failed. It's dead. It can't be replaced because it's old. So I've been trying.
What is it in particular?
It's broadcasting programming system. It's about 50. Actually, it's about 55,000. It's servers that connect to a system that will allow us to broadcast out to on our channel through Comcast, through AT&T, and then you can go online and in real time, whatever's playing on our station is playing online.
Wow.
So the new system that I want to replace it with, well, it has to be replaced regardless, will allow us to be on all the streaming platforms. And we'll be able to not only that live stream, do podcasts, pretty much whatever we want to do, just like the big stations.
And you can get all the kids.
Oh,
on
yeah,
TV.
well, we have that's been my mission. The holdup's been ever since 2020 COVID. We were partially shut down, mainly because we didn't have any more funding. When you pay your cable bill, at the bottom of that bill is a franchise fee, 5%. Imagine all the people that have cable, either they have internet or television, AT&T and Comcast. That money goes into a pot which goes to the city of Vallejo and is called Public Education Government Funds. We're public and we're education. Their government, Channel 27, shows the city council meetings and any other meetings pertaining to the city. The problem is, they haven't shared that pot for a very long time. That's the city. And so I'm having problems. They proposed last month, which we are trying to seek out an attorney. Was like, well, we can just move all this down to City Hall. No, we're not gonna do that. Then the kids can't use it.
That's interesting.
The basement of City Hall, and the main thing is, I think for personally, is a control issue. I asked for equipment. We hadn't had equipment in about 8 years, equipment request. And because I asked for it and for improvements and to bring things up to where it is now, in today's environment, there's an issue.
So the money is going to the city, but
Yeah,
it's
the
not
money's
being
sitting there.
distributed
There's,
here.
yes, there's probably about $1.1 million is sitting there. So we are, in this point, at this time, I am talking with everyone from broadband up in government and this Public Utilities Commission, along with our leaders from the supervisor and
Council.
Yes, council members too.
And they know, and
They don't know. The city council, the city manager, the attorney, and the IT director has not necessarily shared this information, but what I'm in the process of doing, in which that's normal.
yeah.
Normally the department heads are the ones that make decisions or recommendations, and then they give that to the city manager, which he's new. He's been here probably
Yeah.
3 months, so he doesn't really know or really understand the value we bring to Vallejo. I have over 400 programs that are just sitting and waiting to go on.
You know, we've been meeting with a lot of the candidates that's running and going in, so I hope that I can assist and help with that. I'm
Well,
gonna
every
bring it up.
every voice counts because we are the voice of the people.
Yeah.
And we just wanna, to
Put the city on.
succeed. And so what I'm doing is gathering my ducks in a row and would love to have your input, because what I'd like to do, I have major plans. I look outside the box. What haven't we done before, and what we could do to really bring Vallejo into more of a positive vibe. Because even though you're bringing goodness to Vallejo, there's a lot of still negativity, and there's not a lot for the kids to do. I want to bring back a show like 106 in Park.
Yep.
A teen council type
Pre-game.
of what their problems are, a game show. I mean,
It should be real programming.
this exactly, and we do it in a professional mode. This is a member-driven organization, but right now membership's on hold because it's not fair to charge somebody, and we can come and film all day long, but we can't broadcast out.
Right.
And that's not right. So we're struggling. It took them 1.5 years to give us our ARPA funding, which was the American Rescue Plan Act. That was for COVID. And part of our scope of work in order to receive that funding is only $400,000, is to provide programming. We have to have the equipment in order to do the scope of work. We're doing some of the scope of work, but the biggest piece is getting back on air.
Right.
So asking the city, just fill the equipment order. If you want to purchase it, that's fine. Normally we tell them how much. In the past, we tell them what our needs are. They cut a check. We have records and, labels. We have a system where we track everything. And because my belief is because I asked for $282,000, that's a drop in the bucket. To start redoing things here and renovating, it has been an issue for the
Which
last
is crazy.
3 years.
If the money is there,
The money
and people
is
are
there.
paying it, that's money that's supposed to be for
Exactly. So in the past, no one's really, hey, what's going on down there? I'm the one we're gonna find out why, and this is for the people, and it needs to go on. I don't know if there's, because, you know, this is, I don't say we have a very diverse board. If it's because my face is a minority, there's a problem. I don't know, I'm feeling that, and that's the undertones I get, but I'm not giving up.
No, you
No,
shouldn't.
this is a voice for the people, and
been-
we've got stuff to do here.
I've been building my list of asks from the city because they want me to do a bunch of things. So
Of course.
I feel like it's a fair exchange to get these things done in exchange for what is wanted of me too.
Yes, you know, there's a lot of issues going on as far as with the event planners have been meeting with the city, the people that have been bringing large events, you probably heard about it, and they want pretty much the city to control that. And with the last proposal that they're thinking of, well, maybe we should move VCAT down to the city hall, the basement, and build a proper studio. This is a proper studio. I'm asking for updates. I'm asking for updates. This is between the office and here, we have 2,400 square feet, and we could actually use more to do more. But I'm already working with the teacher who is a multimedia teacher here, Jessie Bethel, and also the one at Vallejo High School. Any student
And
can come in, and Vallejo, Solano County, can come in, and, you know, if they want to learn, they can do an internship. The school district, you know, I'm working with the school district now to start to build some programs for, you know, K through 12. And we just have plans, but we cannot do and go forward. A, we need our equipment. B, we need an operating budget. We were promised $250,000 a year, which is nothing. Nobody's working full-time, nobody's getting benefits, but we need staffing. And we need people that know what they're doing. We also contract out instructors for teaching how to work this equipment, because, you know, if you just can't come, you need to know what you're doing. So in order to know what you're doing, you need people, you need administrative people to get things, you know, going, to make sure that this is running smoothly. We're at a standstill now, so at this point in time, I'm gathering support, and would love to have your support, because we've been here 25 years. We've had some major successful kids come out of here. I've got and I still call them my kids. They still check in. I've got someone over at the BBC in London, at a TV station. My goddaughter just walked across the stage up at Academy of Arts and Science, San Francisco, with her FA, MA-FA for animation art. We've got people down in LA, Pixar, the people that did 13 Repairs, I guess that's Paramount. Several people that are working with Paramount. And they started out with 13 Reasons Why, but they started in here, and they were Venetia students. So, you know, like I said, for some of the kids, they think it's, you know, an elective that they don't have to do anything. Don't want them in here, because you're goofing around, you have to get out.
Yeah.
But for those who really want to learn, you get your
it's
skills
crazy.
right.
Like I said, when I was here, we always heard of VCAT.
Yeah,
we never seen
wish
it
you had
as a
stopped
resource
in.
that
I wasn't here then, but you know,
it was never pushed.
yeah, and that's the thing. And so now, since I've been here, I came here, it's probably been about 10 years. I came in here as a producer, because I said I need my own show, and that's the roof, click, 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 the wind's, I don't see how the wind's blowing, but I guess it is. So the lookers will kind of make a little noise in here. But I was working in the theater, but also a photographer for bands and concerts and stuff. So paparazziing around here and there and booking events, and that's a lot of work. But I thought, I need more of a presence, so I need a show. And then once I got in here and started, you know, well, okay, I need to learn this, I need to learn that. So I'm kind of like a sponge, but if I like something, wherever I go, I'm gonna make a job of it. And so I learned, I have not only, I learned how to do everything, but I can do everything. But I can't do everything all by myself.
Right.
You know, the 40 years, I'm tired. So I want my staff back. But in order to, first step, we need to get back on the air. So we can do things. Big things, you know, where, you know, all right, my thing is, look at TV. I mean, it's copy and paste. Let's do a few episodes of this and shop it. the guy from Paramount when they were doing 13 Reasons Why. And at that time I had maybe 6 shows. And he goes, keep doing what you're doing. And when you think there's one good enough, and this is where I knew nothing, you know, I didn't have a lot of experience doing, you know, I was a consultant. I can tell you what to do, but not necessarily do it on my own. He goes, and then let me know, and let's see what Paramount, Netflix, Hulu, you know, he says, I'll get you connected. So it's those kind of things that has kept me, you know, going, and then the need to keep this station, you know,
Right.
we need this.
So is anything being broadcasted currently? Like, are the council meetings still?
They're on channel 27, they have their own equipment, they do, you know, it's a separate channel. But we're channel 26, which has never been open, and that is part of my plan to open 26. I can fill it full of, you know, it's 24 hours, 7 days a week. I can fill those hours, you know, because we can get all types of different programs. Like I said, even DCAD's never had a news program. I was telling David, I need a man on the street. You know, what's going on in Vallejo and the surrounding areas. And, you know, that's a weekly report if nothing else.
Wow.
But it's so much possibilities and opportunities, but we can't do, you know, people don't work for free.
Yeah.
People don't work for free.
You know how many kids would be excited to see themselves on TV? That would
Exactly,
build a lot of
and
morale.
you know, we're trying to teach them right now, the teacher next door, she is a writer from LA, and she used to write on news shows and other shows, so she, you know, she wants to teach these kids how to, you know, how television. It ain't easy, but there's a few that are actually interested, and sometimes just those few that break through, and normally it's the juniors and seniors, which I hate, you know, losing. It's like, I just met you and now you're gonna leave. But the ones that go to community college, and then I've had several from San Francisco State, Napa Community College, they come in and they're on it. Better editing than I could ever imagine, because that's all they have to do. But, but you know, editors, camera people, videographers. My son picked up my DSLR, I don't know, probably 10, 12 years ago. He has his own company now, and he does high-end real estate, major weddings. It he has grown so much because it's something he likes to do. He doesn't know studio, that's the only thing. This is my baby, he doesn't know the board. But anything outside of that, it's amazing, his intelligence and knowledge in media, and he also is an IT specialist. So not only that, as long with computers, but you can it's so much you can do, even with editors. There are so many requests for editing, good editors.
Right.
And you know, you can make $50 an hour, and that's just an entry point. And then camera crew, what we do is let the students shadow anything professional that we do, because we have contractors out that have their own business, and you know, this is what they do. When we have something that's paying, we will send the best. And then so the others can hone their craft. And then we have, you know, we had probably about 20 or 30 producers that were members. This is a membership organization, but like I said, I can't offer them anything, and I don't believe in taking someone's money just because we can. That doesn't make it right. So the goal is to get this back open, get our new equipment in. Even though that we've been back and forth with the city, we still do city events. We've been doing the 4th of July parade close to 20 years. We just get out there and we get it filmed, and we were showing it on television. Of course, can't do that this year. And then any major events that we would have producers that would just go out and cover. And I want to get that back, and also, like I said, produce other shows that would reflect Vallejo and Solano County, and actually everyone, because if whatever we're watching, we're programming out, you can watch it if you've got a, internet connection. So it's this place could really grow. I even have, the station now has an FCC license that I secured for, but we need the equipment as well. And that's probably, I don't know, $7,500, $10,000, somewhere in there, so we can get our tower and get things going. But, so that way we can be an emergency broadcast system. But not only that, I got another 24 hours, 7 days a week to fill with talk shows and Maybe somebody has their original music and they wanna play, it's gotta be, their own, because we don't do commercials, but we do sponsorships. And if you look at KQED, when this is brought to you by, it's never a call to action. You might see a Toyota going across and you know that they paid for the programming. So while we can't do commercials, but for further information, it's in the credits, reaching out. And that has worked well. We have everything, the few shows still come in here to film, but they show them elsewhere because we can't program out. It's a doctor's show that comes in once a month. And he bypasses the Davis studio and he comes in here to film. He's been doing that for the last 7 years. And I'm his producer on that. And he's all around the world with Doctors and Borders. He's a teaching physician up at UC Davis. So it's just, we have a variety of shows. We have, before we were off air, we had, when we still have, because they still send them in, Hispanic shows. We have, like I said, children's shows. We need more of those. I always said Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know if maybe you guys back there might remember. But I always said it would be so cool to take, and no offense to dumb kids, but to take the challenged kids in certain subjects, and then take the kids that all the cut-ups and all but they can rap and they can got a beat, but can you add and subtract? Put them together. Smart kids that but they're not necessarily music inclined. Put them together and make a rap song about algebra, about science, about the chart, the science chemical chart, about things that will stick in your head. Because I can still remember all the Schoolhouse Rock, and I won't say how long that's been, but those type of things to make it fun for after school learning and programs. There's several programs up here, English second language, that some kids struggle in school, but if they could get something where they can relate to, and maybe, it might work. And especially some of the kids that are having problems they can't talk to their parents about, or they're being bullied, which, we get that a lot up here, and a lot of schools, to where, one kid was being bullied, wasn't even 2 weeks in, and he brought a gun to school. That's scary. So I don't want that, but I've seen, several things up here in the past, in a few years, that it's a concern, and especially after COVID. But the kids need an outlet, and I get that. So we want to expand on that. And I think when I was, when I heard about you, I said, oh, he's the new host of 106 in Park. We gotta give that another name, of course. I'm like, there's a host. I can create, and then it's like, I need all the doers, let's make it happen. But that's what we're looking at. And the other reason I brought you up here, because every year we look at people in Vallejo that have really accomplished things and have been successful, but also have given back to the community. And so while I'm doing all this as well, I am a co-coordinator for the Mad Hatters Parade that we've been, I think this is year 14. And we would be honored to have you as one of the grand marshals. And then I also, in addition to that, we film it, so it's a big production. I have my own stage, and we would like to crown you. I started, well, it was for TV, but it was, the response was beautiful. We crown the kings and the queens. So actually you would be the first king being crowned, because normally it's the queen stage, and it's the queen's thing. But it's like, just looking out at what you've done for Vallejo and the impact on the kids that you've had, and adults as well. It's like, wow. I was telling Frank Malfrondo he couldn't be here today because he had a doctor's appointment. I said, you know what, let's take a look at this. And I think maybe a few years ago he approached you, but you had an engagement that day, but it's the first Saturday in December.
First Saturday in December.
And I know you have a gig on the 6th. I think he told you, or we looked into it.
So that's December 7th.
December 7th.
Boom.
And our parade Our festival, depending on the weather, that's the only thing that's really been a Debbie Downer for us. We will, I normally open up at 12. My stage opens up at 12, from 12 to about 4:15. The parade is in the evening because we do fire and lights. I don't know if you've ever seen a Mad Hatter parade. It's kind of a Burning Man, a little steampunk. We throw Santa Claus in there. Normally he's still in a rocket, right? But yeah, he's still in a rocket and his merry band of elves. It's not traditional, but it's fun. You know, people costume up. And so I'm running a stage from 12 to 4, and then I'm in the parade, and then I help, hopefully this year, I help I help set up and tear down because we never have enough people. Maybe this year we'll have enough volunteers to do that, but direct pretty much. And then we just have fun from 12 to 4, you know, with some entertainment. Who knows, the Grinch pops up and she dances. You have to see stuff to believe it. And then some stuff you can't unsee because it's a little wild. But it's fun. You know, people come from all over just to come, because there's nothing else like it in Northern California. Come to this. And normally, with the exception of the rain, we normally gather about 10 or 15,000 people downtown.
Nice.
And then
where does it
on
take
Georgia
place?
Street. So the parade is a short 3 blocks. It starts on the corner of Marin, goes down Georgia Street to the library area, and then there's hopefully there's the displays and a beer garden, and that's where it ends. And at the end, they park and people go down, and then there's tons of vendors everywhere. So, you know, it's, you know, like I said, with the exception of the last couple of years with the weather being weird, but we do it rain or shine unless it's just absolutely storming, then we postpone it until another time. But it is, you know, it's fun. We have a newspaper, and I'll show you one of the old ones that we, whoever becomes the Grand Marshal, we give you a full spread in the newspaper. And then in the copy, I end up writing most of the copy, but it's like, okay, we need to know what who's gonna do what. And so what we've done, we've had the race car driver, we had Joey, the hot dog guy, because he was from here. Packy, what's his name? Pacquiao, the boxer.
Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah.
Not from here.
Yeah. Well, he was from somewhere. He represented, let's say, the
man from the Philippines.
Yeah, but he had deep roots here. He was here though.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I never knew that.
That was, oh my goodness, maybe 7 or 8 years ago when it was really cold winter, and he didn't dress for.
He was out here in Vallejo.
Her comes every, you know, we don't know when she's here, but Kenny brings her, you know, I don't know if she'll be coming this year, but she comes incognito to see the parade. She's been, you know, she's graced, because she's from Vallejo. Yeah. I remember her when she was a little girl, and she was going to perform at the Empress Theater. So, you know, those type of things. And we would just, like I said, Michael Cooper was a Grand Marshal one year. Sugar T was one. We just had, just, you know, who's available, but who has, you know, made some roots in Vallejo and made a difference. So it's a fun day, and we would be honored to have you, you know, if you know someone with a drop top, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
You know,
A drop.
That's what you'd be writing.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
I only have one request.
Sure.
Is that we get to add a musical element as well.
I was going to, you know, I didn't want to push it, but so here's what I would love, because then we can put it in the paper. On my stage at a particular time, say 2 o'clock, somewhere in there, that way, because the farmer's market is still going on. And they're on until 1 o'clock, so they have to be kicked out. But I'm on Sacramento and Georgia Street. So I'm in the street, and not in the middle of the street, but on that corner, Mickey's Corner, as I call it, Sherry's Corner. This is my corner. And so that's where the stage is on that cross going up Sacramento. And then we have vendors, and if you have merchandise, would be honored, you sell as much as you want. Normally we charge, but for you, of course, we would not. If you'd like to make a donation as a gift basket, something like I can do a raffle or something on, because that helps the TV station. I'm trying to raise a little couple of dollars for the TV station, as well as, this is what we do. And it would be, I'm like, well, I don't want to ask, but I am going to ask because that's who I am. It would be so wonderful if you could grace us with one song. Now keep in mind, don't have a stage yet. I gotta ask Girls Barbecue or the theater, because we don't do, the big stage productions. We don't have that big stage production money. What we normally do is, we set up the Mad Hatter backdrops. If we're lucky, we have a stage, and you do your thing. We do have, you're welcome to bring your own PA system and the whole 9 yards. We have a small PA system. I probably can get the bigger one from the school, but we don't have the sound equipment, and I got a mixing board, but we don't have what you're used to. So if you want to bring that, fine. And it would be, if you could grace us with one song, and if nothing else here, download my music at blah blah blah. You know how it goes, and that would just sitting there. We will find a king's chair for you, and just sitting there holding court, because that's what we do during the day. That would be wonderful. Yeah. And then at the end of the parade, there's only 3 short blocks. What's it, 1, 2, yeah, 1.
So it's a moving thing though, yeah?
Oh yeah, the parade starts at Marin. It goes all the way down to the plaza, and that's where they park. At the end of the parade. So we're not talking about like the 4th of July parade across the city. We're talking about maybe 2.5 blocks. It's about 2.5 blocks. And then you would be one of the, I talked to Frank, but you.
I want to be integrated in that portion where we could perform from the convertible.
That would. Oh.
We'll set up all the audio needs for it.
Let's talk. Well, see, the only thing with that is moving. Because by the time you start, it's moving. Yeah. But if you can do one song on the main stage, and if I'll leave the logistics up to you how you would do that on. And if you wanted a flatbed, whatever you wanted to bring, but if you wanted to be set up on a flatbed truck, and we can see what the city will do, since they're asking you stuff. Let me see. I'll ask Frank. But if you know someone with a flatbed truck, and
we'll provide everything we need to do.
And that would be wonderful.
The permission and ability to do so.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm giving you a yes on that, because that's never been done.
And then will you come to the stage after?
Yes, and then afterwards, after the parade is down the street, then they light the tree. And so that's where you will be on stage, and you can, if you, well, in the past, most people have performed, the singers. If you want to perform something, that's fine. You get to flip on the lights, and then the parade's over. So the parade starts about roughly 4:30, or whenever we can herd the cows. And it's at night because it's lights and fire. So by the time you get down to the plaza,
sunset.
Oh, it's gonna be dark.
Not 4:30.
No, it starts at 4:30. It might be a little. It's gonna be sunset. Depending on where they put you in the parade, and normally the grand marshals are right in the front. But by the time the parade everybody gets done, it's roughly about 6:15, and then when everybody, you'll have probably thousands of people down behind JFK, the library, and there are trees back there. There's a stage.
Yeah. So I'm down as long as we can help be involved in the efforts of coordination and putting it together. So we can arrange music and just
however,
and be a part. I just want to be fully involved if I'm gonna do it.
Yes. Look, you can. I think that would be so wonderful for you to be rolling out in the car with the music, or however you want to. That's just that's another. Won't say float, but an attraction. Exactly. That's gonna make it huge.
It's gonna bring a lot of people out who don't usually come to the parade.
They're gonna find out what it's about.
Exactly.
Yes, and like I said, now that you agreed, I'm going to give Frank a call, and we'll be back in touch with you again, because we're gonna need to, pictures, copy, what you wanna say, blah, 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 and you'll probably go in, come on in, let me show you.
So this official.
This official, sir.
Vallejo, you are now looking at this year's Grand Marshal of the Mad Hatter Parade. We outside, December 7th. We provide music and vibes and feels for the city. You heard?
I like the PSA. Let me show you what, and this is,
Oh, I got you.
to film it, that would be wonderful, because that would really free me up for, if you're gonna film it, then what would be suggested, if you can get in prior to the parade starting, like filming, when you're on the King stage, and then talking to some of the vendors, talking to some of the people that are putting these structures together. I'm not sure what's coming this year, but it's always massive. And it's always something to do with fire and lights, and that way just get an overall picture of everything, and then you've got yourself.
If we could
whole
really,
9 yards.
like I said, if you could involve us in the entire process, we could document this whole, because he's with me everywhere we go. So we could document, like, just us capturing this is the start of a whole doc of this. So just documenting the entire process of how this works and what goes into it, I think would be really cool.
Okay, then our next meeting will be with the Mad Hatter founder, Frank Malafrondo. And it's like I said, it's really not complicated, but we do, try to make sure we have the foundation, the structure, what we're gonna do, and how it's gonna play out.
Yeah.
But actually, it's a lot of fun.
It would be really cool. I don't know how we could do it, but it's very possible. We should put our stage from the backyard on wheels. Cause then, you feel me? It's like we really have our stage.
Wow, what a setup.
Because we could just
It'd
get
be crazy.
get crew to push it like along the sides. If we
Yeah,
put
or
railing
put it
on
on-
the sides.
Yeah,
Put it on
or
the
put it on
flatbed.
with. Yeah, put it on the
Just pull
flatbed
it.
and put the
Yeah.
wheels on it.
If you know someone
Along
that
with
has
the
a-
avalanche, because when we stop and it could be crazy. It'll be the first of its kind.
That's for sure.
It'll be the first of its
Because
kind.
we do have a dance group that has her husband in back with the music going, and since you're doing a full production, we don't need to have. Normally, what we will do is cue the music, and because our stage is also where kind of like the Macy's Circle, where you stop and do a performance. But since you'll be all encaptured with whatever you're
The
gonna
whole
put
thing
together.
will be like a performance, and we can integrate the Christmas music and just fully direct it. That's why I'm gonna look on YouTube and see like previous, or if you guys could give me an idea of what like music is usually played that way, because I want to just
The music, look,
let us fully
I'm
orchestrate.
like I said, if you can, look here, being a wordsmith, if you will, if you can pull up something that you can, spit out for a Christmas something,
We're
that
gonna
would be
mix
cool.
it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some Christmas stuff to fit the vibe, but I'm gonna also give them that.
Yeah.
Like
Like I said, I just want you can do as many as you want, but we'll talk about that
I got you.
on the day stage, and it'll
so
be
that
something like
stage is prior to the actual parade.
to the parade, 'cause
Easy.
like I said, at the end of the parade, and once everybody gets down there, then you go over to the stage behind the library, and everybody
Easy.
knows who you are.
So your
you want to do a
stage
song
is on the Empress side or the Momo side?
on the Momo side,
Perfect.
down the street from Momo's actually.
Perfect.
Aren't you doing something with the building on 200 Georgia Street?
No, not anymore.
I used to be at
Yeah.
200 Georgia. Yep. I used to
Okay.
be over there. We had a studio in there.
Okay, yeah. Because what we're trying to find too, I'm going to go out and talk to those folks. We used to have a little after party, but the crew is too much. But when we did do it, it was wild. It was wild. It was good. It was a grown folks party, and it was steampunk party. We'll need to talk about that because I want to do something over at the fairgrounds
Yeah.
called corsets, high tops and corsets. So that's, you know, again, down the road there. But yeah, it would be nice if we could find a spot.
Yeah, if you
to
could get
have
us
a
dates.
huge after party.
Dates for like all the meetings and everything, and sometimes we'll be out of town, but for these next 3 months I'm home for the most part. So
Yeah,
if you
I
could
will
get
be
us
talking
dates
with him,
and-
and we can sit down and go over.
Please.
Okay, because
Sooner
I think
the
that.
better, just
Oh,
so we
well,
can
no,
get
it's gonna be
ahead of
very
it.
soon because we want to, you know, we want to get a write up because here we are. We're in October. Short-lived month. We want to get a write up out in the paper
Yep,
that you are going to be, you know.
let's do it. I'm ready to rock.
This is
yeah, and
this is-
we'll
and
start.
you know the nice thing about it, we've never really done well sugar tea, but you know rap, you know as having a grand marshal, and I just want to push the narrative that we are inclusive because we are that everybody's welcome and everybody you know should have opportunity to represent.
My whole life in
you-
Vallejo, I've
you
never been
represent
to
it
a
well.
Mad Hatter parade because it's never felt inclusive to us. You know, it's never felt like this for us too, and we feel good. And when you go out there, you don't see a lot of us. So,
And
like
that's
I
the
said,
problem.
this year
Yeah.
is going to be
I
a
was gonna
different
look a lot.
integration, and it's gonna have some people upset, and it's gonna have some people really, really excited. So I'm
No,
excited.
I you know what the great thing about it, because you get a lot of people from all walks of life. You got a lot of, you know, if you're a burner from Burning Man, you know, we get a lot of burners. You people steampunk. You get the Victorian people coming out to Sacramento. It's about costuming and being in that moment.
I understand that, but for some reason in this city, when hip hop comes into play, it just changes the way they feel about what's
I
going
think
on.
yeah, I think what they are, people are, you know, the fear and.
Mhm.
What I saw the next day on they hit the paper, I'm like, well, what is this? Because I was working. I'm like, well, where was this at? I really thought, I'm like, is this AI? And I'm like, oh my god. It's like, what Trump said? Is this AI? It's like, I'm like, oh my god, that's Georgia Street. And I'm like, how nice was that?
Yeah.
And with that said, as many people as you know that could volunteer, because this is where our downfall is, that we need more of. Volunteer to help out with security. We don't get a lot of volunteers. We don't get a lot of help from the VPD. But we had people that, you know, if you know guys that could, you know, volunteer.
Yep.
Just to, you know, set point, just to keep the people out. You know, one thing that we have a problem with, keeping, you know, you see the parade coming, you can't wait until you get there. Why are you all out in the street?
Yeah,
I
that's
can
just,
see
that.
that's the human knack.
Yeah, and so
yeah,
get
But
back.
I mean, yeah, with Goodcompenny involved volunteers.
Yeah.
come with it.
And that's what it takes, parade monitors. And the more the merrier. We'll have, you know, we can all meet up here, because I'll be laying that part out. I have the part of the stage, and my area, getting vendors for my area. A lot of the vendors are on the other end. They pay a more premium price because they're down there in the plaza. But we need parade monitors and, you know, just the presence of someone. You know, don't get in the street. Don't get in the street, because it's for their own safety. Number one, don't get in the
Right.
street. But that would make a difference. We used to have that one group, I forgot, the Red Tams, a long time ago, and they would help monitor the parade. But that is our main goal. Our main need is getting volunteers, men and women. We have some security guards, but parade monitors. I've watched many parades, and it's like we need parade monitors.
Can I, that paper, was that like the
You can-
route in there? Can
Yes,
I
that's
take
the
a
route.
picture of that?
You can have that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and like I said, that's 2022. I've got, I meant to bring 23 last year.
So
you
which-
see? So it's just a very short route.
Oh, it's just straight.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we in there.
That's all it is.
Okay, perfect.
And then they have the lighted boat parade. So people that have boats, they will go by as well. So it's a lot to see. They're just there. But yeah, like I said, we start there and we end at the end of Georgia Street, coming on down, and that's
I
it.
love it.
So what time does it start?
4:30.
The
And what-
parade starts at 4:30. The festival will open up at noon. My stage opens at noon. If
I'm asking because you said you like me to get like interviews and talks with the people. So if I could come
You can
before
come
he
as
got to
a-
be there, it would be better because I got to stick. You
We'll
know.
know when we do all the meetings and get like the whole breakdown.
Yeah, but he's saying the day of the parade.
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, I mean we'll be there early because we got to set up staging and all that. So
Oh, for sure.
if we in it at the capacity I wish to be, we in it. So
Yeah, he will
we
have
gonna
to
be there the whole
early.
day.
Okay, for sure.
And then we do have a staging
sure.
area, as you turn up Marin, the street, I don't know what street that is, and back of Marin, on that side, there's a parking lot and a staging area. But we close the streets from 7 a.m. to, I think it's 8 p.m.
Okay.
So you'll have opportunity, especially, I mean, it seems like an easy way to do that is on a trailer with some railing, and turn that into a stage. I've seen
Yeah.
that a lot of times, Macy parades and the bigger parades. That way.
Do you
everything's
guys
contained.
do demo runs?
Carol Holloway?
How you doing, Carol?
Hello, Russell and
This
and
is
this
the
crew.
Russell where he at? Which one is him? Where?
I'm not LaRussell. I'm Splash. Nice to meet you.
Oh, you're not?
I'm not. I'm Splash.
You're Splash? Oh, this is the
How you doing?
See what being a teacher can do too.
Oh, welcome aboard.
Yes.
What was your name?
Oh, is he? You little Russell too?
AI.
But we are real excited. I think this is going to be the
Mutual.
biggest thing that Vallejo
Yeah.
has seen in a long
It's gonna be a good
time.
moment, and it's
A
gonna be the
long
first that it's
time.
ever felt like this. It's gonna be
Yeah,
new. It's gonna
and
be fresh.
I just think I'm very excited about this. It's like, oh, Frank, what do you think? What do you think? He's like, well, he was. If he's available, I'm hoping that you are. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my card, and we, like I said, once he gets out of the doctor, and I'm gonna text him. It's like, yes, this is it. We're
Yeah,
doing
we'll,
it.
What was your
we'll
name
meet
again?
wherever
Carol.
works for
Carol.
him. If we
And
can
Nice
get
to
close,
meet
you.
whatever works, we'll be there.
Does this location work for you?
Yep.
Okay. You wanna say hi to the kids? Let them lose their
Of
mind.
course.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Carol, can you say hi to your students?
They're not in there now. They're all at lunch.
Oh, what time is it? Yeah, oh, okay. What was it?
This is gonna be great. I'm excited.
I am very
We're gonna
excited.
start working on the music.
Yeah, it would be so cool to come, for you to come out and
And it's Christmas.
come out with a Christmas.
I'm gonna have Jazz and Shantae. It's gonna be dope.
And this is the number you can reach me. That's my cell phone number. Give this one to you
I will
too.
take it
All right.
now so you can
Thank
lock
you.
me in.
Yeah. Are you the manager?
Yeah, I
Okay.
We post everything on YouTube, so you're okay with this?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
All right, yes. But I think this is going to be wonderful. We will, it's going to be big.
Let's do it.
It's going to be
Let's do
big.
it.
I mean, it's a nice little boost for you as well.
Yeah, for you guys too.
Oh, absolutely.
The people know me.
It's always good to be in the community, right?
I love it.
Thank you
Gratitude.
so much. Yes, we got to get this. Yeah, we got to get this place back
Do you
open
mind? Can I
so
get
you
your
guys
side?
can have
Of course.
a show.
You want me to take it for you?
Hmm?
You want me to take it for you? Oh, you gonna do a selfie? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. let me-
That's video. You want video?
No.
Hold on.
Don't be trying to correct me.
That's me. I am so horrible at.
See, like, just in case you lose.
Yeah.
Let the Russells Let the Russells today.
The LaRussell's apostrophe.
I say I need a picture so I can show my profile.
Yep.
I'm leaving here with some.
That means you want a body shot.
No.
Oh, it's on you.
Good man.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Love it. I'm
Now, if I
excited
get
for
all
this.
you guys together,
Yep.
everybody.
You know I'd send you a copy.
It's perfect.
Let me see.
No, it was perfect.
It was sideways.
You got it sideways.
That was my creative.
And don't look.
Here, I'll get y'all.
This is our media teacher now.
1,
All the media
2,
sideways.
3. Gotcha.
Thank you.
Over 25 years, most recently at KTTV, so I know something.
Yeah.
Come
Let 'em
on.
know.
Come on.
I love it. Thank you guys.
Y'all have a good one.
Thanks so much.
Keep me looped in. I'm gonna
I
text you
certainly will.
my
Thank you,
number
David.
You're welcome.
and then David, if whatever doesn't get to me, if you can send it to David
yeah.
and T, and let's do it.
Yeah, send it to me direct because you will be talking with myself and Frank and seeing if we can't pull all this together. I love that.
I love
that
it.
concept. That is gonna be so
Right?
dope.
That's
It's gonna be
fresh.
great.
It's fresh.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye. Okay, can you go back out the way you've been? Oh, you've been up here, okay. Bye-bye.
Working on it for about 5 years. This stuff.
It's dope to meet people who have the same ethic, because usually you'll meet someone that's driven as you, but you can't find someone to put in these positions. Or the opposite way is like, we want this, but we don't have someone that's like making that shit move. So this is dope.
Yeah,
I
man.
knows everybody.
Try to.
Incredible.
That's a good position.
And then whenever you're ready, I don't, Jacqueline, and how you want to do a 50-50, or you want her to run the whole thing, pay you. I mean,
Yep, for the Mare Island joint. Yeah, I'm excited.
how do you think about it? Do you still want to go the 50-50 route, or the?
I think that'd be the best route, especially if she could be fully immersed and just get it all together, and we could just come execute and do what we do best. She do what she do best. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to still aim for the February?
Yeah. So let me because we're doing 707 day around July, and then we're partnering with Dr. Bay this year. For
Yeah.
So we've been trying to bring some every quarter. So yeah, if we could do the top of the year, that first quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
You taking off this week, or?
No,
I think we're in town this week.
Yeah.
We're not going to LA?
We have a bunch of shows this weekend though, so we're kind of.
Yeah, I got LA on the weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the next 2 weeks, I'm home. So
Try schedule something maybe next Tuesday with them.
that's open.
And then I'll let her know. You guys think about
And I'll
whatever.
keep building on the plan for that first one with
Yeah.
Jackie and yeah.
So I'll try 50-50, and she'll take care of us and
I
all
love
that. And then other than that, man,
All right.
cool.
Booming. Yeah.
Congratulations.
You know, we got the backyard October 5th, and then we got fairgrounds on the 6th.
They threw it out there. If you wanted, you could go play at the Waterfront Festival.
Of course.
So I mean, everybody's of course gonna throw that at you, but
They have like bands playing.
yeah, pretty sure. Yeah.
What time is that event?
Let me get back to you on that. Let me hit
Let
up
me
Jackson.
know.
I'm gonna be
Because
talking. to
we're
them.
usually done at my crib by like 4:30, 5. So let me know.
Might be a great booking.
Or just,
What? A booking opportunity? Which one?
I mean, because they partner with the city and shit.
Yeah, let me know. And then I promote for fairgrounds the next day. So
wait, when are you doing fairgrounds?
the 6th. But they're doing the 6th too.
5th and 6th. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuckers.
Let me know the details.
Yeah,
All of our shit is earlier. So if it's like later in the evening they end up going, we still have the ability. So
Last question: do you want alcohol at this event?
for Jackie's,
For the 50-50, because she was saying it would make it a little bit more difficult on the permits.
I don't. We usually prefer no alcohol,
No alcohol.
as minimal as possible.
Okay.
We
Alcohol
only
and
do
drunk
it when it's
people are
required.
a no for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only do it because some venues is like, we need to make our money on this, but for
We
me,
like that.
I prefer
Yeah.
no alcohol.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
We don't
Yeah.
ever serve
They
alcohol
can
at
sell
our shows.
juice.
Yep.
People drink
They can
juice.
sell healthy juices and smoothies.
We have a
Yeah.
couple of badass lemonade
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
And some smoothies
Yeah.
and shit like that. That's what
Okay.
we like.
Okay. You know, Carlos.
Yeah,
We'll get Carlos.
exactly. Yep.
Love that.
Look at that.
Her too. Right?
Wow.
Well, sweet dude, I hope you get a lot more control over this thing about even the whole music.
I know. I hope they just get out of the way and let us handle, that, and they do what they do best, because it's going to be something new. Like, we ain't never witnessed a Mad Hatter parade that everybody,
It could be
in the
like a
city
Mad
got to
Hatter
enjoy.
parade hosted by LARUSSEL'S.
Oh, God.
That would probably
Company presents.
There you go.
People come from everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah, dude, they got pretty
Amazing.
cool ass shit where a dragon shoots fire. They got some big ass.
I've always heard about it. I've just never, I've never witnessed. So I'm gonna go look on YouTube and shit too. Hey, good job, Lil Russell.
Good
job, brother.
All right, y'all.
Good seeing you, my man. Good seeing you guys.
All right, y'all.
We'll be talking.